I'm Matt with eTrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Inno Gravity Ski Carrier on our 2021 Jeep Compass. Now this is going to be a great option for you if you want something that's going to be a very secure fit on your crossbars that's going to take your skis from point A to point B. What's really nice about them is once you have them calibrated to fit your crossbars, taking them on and off is going to be a lot easier in the future. But let's take a closer look at them. And we're going to be able to carry up to 3 skis or 2 snowboards. And operating it is going to be pretty straightforward. Now we're going to have this button that I'm actually not a big fan of. It is designed for if you have any thicker gloves or mittens on, but even trying to hit it like this is going to be kind of difficult. So you might have to just use a little bit of the side of your hand to push in and push up. Or if you don't have any thick gloves on, you can just press it regularly. And with it opened up, we can see we have this rubber molding, and that's really nice because that's going to keep our skis in place and prevent them from sliding and hitting one another. And reaching up here might be a little difficult if you are a shorter person, but once you get a hold of them, you can just take them out, and then you can hit the slopes. And you'll notice when we do close it up, we're going to have 2 hooks in here. That's going to be for 2 different size skis, for your skinnier or thicker skis. And if you try to pull it down sometimes, the side might get caught on the side here. So you're going to just have to push that flange over so it lines up. You might have to do it both sometimes and press it in just like that. And like I said earlier, if you have thinner skis, you can press it down all the way. And then on the front of it, we're going to have this locking core. And that's just going to be an extra security measure so no one can come by and take your skis off. And the way it's going to mount onto our carrier. To access that, we'll actually have to open up our carrier again. You're going to have this lever, and that's going to cinch down these 2 clamps at the bottom. And to adjust that fit, you're going to tighten up this gray lever on the side. Once everything's tightened up, you can push this lever down, clamping on to your crossbars. And if you don't want no one coming by, the actually top part of this, where we have these 2 flanges that go in between these 2 channels, are going to secure this lever down so no one can come by and take it off. Now for how I was going to sit up here, underneath our crossbar, our clamps are going to sit a little bit over 1 inch. So that's just something to keep in mind if your crossbars sit really low. In our case, these clamps don't sit very far from the crossbar, so you should be good in that respect. And for how far it sticks up from the top, that's going to be about 7 inches, which is a fair amount. Something to keep in mind if you're going under any low clearance areas. What I'd do is take the total height of your roof, your crossbars, and your carrier, add that up, and then make sure you can make it under those locations. Now keeping those measurements in mind, that's going to limit you on what areas you can go under. Now what I'd do is take the total height of your car, your crossbars, and your carrier. So when you get that total number, you know what areas you can make it under, that being a garage or even a parking garage too. Now for how much space is going to take up on your crossbar, this is going to take up a little bit less than half that total space, and we have 50-inch crossbars today. Now that's going to give you a lot of room if you need to put anything else up here, or if you want to upgrade to the 6 ski carrier, which is basically going to be this one, only with another one flipped around on the other side too. And clearance issues for your hatch is going to depend on the length of your skis and snowboards. Today the ones we had didn't have any issues, so they're going to be great for that too. Overall, this is going to be an okay option for you if you're looking to carry your skis. I have a couple gripes. Like I said earlier, I'm not a big fan of that button for how slim it is, especially when you have those bigger gloves on. And these little flanges we have on here that stick into that lever, a little bit of a pain to get on there sometimes. That could be just because we've had ours in the shop for a little bit, but definitely something to keep in mind too. But if you're looking for something that's going to be really easy to get on and off after the first use, when you've made your adjustments, it's going to be great for that, especially after when you've made a long trip and maybe you've gone skiing a couple times that year and you don't need to put it back on. You can throw it back in the tote and be good for next time when you need to put it back on. Now, if you're looking for another choice, I'd actually recommend the Yakima Fat Cat Evo. It's going to be another one that clamps on pretty easy after when you've made your adjustments, but it's going to have a better button to put on here, and it's going to be a little bit more user-friendly and it's going to have an integrated ski lift on it too. But if you like this one because it is more in the entry level, then I think it's going to be a good fit for you. If you liked everything you saw today, that was just a look at the Inno Gravity Ski and Snowboard Carrier on our 2021 Jeep Compass.